Hey everybody, welcome back to another Limits video. It's been a while. Yes, I know. But today we're going to be tying a Royal Coachman streamer. So, the materials this fly uses, it's a very simple fly. It uses golden pheasant tail, bucktail for the wing, I think it's a furnace hackle, red floss, and peacock curl. It's a very, very simple fly. I'm going to be using a bigger hook than I tied previously because, I don't know, I just wanted to try it out. The thread we're going to be using today, I believe this is a 3/0 thread. It's a fairly thick thread. But for this fly, I like to use that. And the hook we're going to be using is, I'm not entirely sure actually. I think it's probably a size 6, 2 times or 3 times shank length long. I'm not sure the brand. Probably Mustad, if that's what it's called. I can't remember. Okay. So I keep moving the camera. My bad. Some golden pheasant tail. I have my materials on where I have to balance something to get it close to my vise. So I have some of my materials on there already. So that's why if I reach for the bucktail, it might bounce the camera a bit later in the video. But we're going to probably just see how it's right at the tip of the point. You bring your thread there, and you just, this little black part here, right about there, you're going to match up with where it starts going down. So once it's all mashed up, let me just bring my thread up. Once it's all mashed up, I like to do one tight loose turn, adjust it, tighten it, and then you can start tying back. I'm not going to do it all the way to the barb, but just before the barb. Just when the barb starts to curve out, like right here. That's where it starts to curve up. And then you can cut off your excess. I'm going to do it at an angle, like so. Like that, and it's flush. And you can just take a couple turns. See how my tail is kind of saggy? I like to go around it, make sure you're not catching any fibers. Lift her up, and it lifts it up nicely, and it keeps it flat. And you just go under and make it clean. Now we're going to do just like that. Let me just adjust the camera just a bit. No, it doesn't bounce as much, okay. So now we're going to kind of clean up the body for the peacock curl. And just again, right at the tip is where we want to do that. And you take your pretty fine peacock curl and I'm going to take 4, up to you. You even them out. See these white things here? These little white things? Cut them off. Just to where it starts to get colored, just like so. And now see, we have perfect together peacock curl. And now we're going to tie on, just like so. Just like that. And tie up just to about here. And now you have 2 options. You can rather tie on your floss right now and wrap it by hand, or you can tie it on later after the peacock. I'm going to tie it on now just because I can. I'm using a very fine floss. I find it just holds together better. Oh, come on. There you go. And you're going to take drop my scissors, this, and tie it on just like so. And you can see that some of those are getting out, and that's okay. then you're just going to, you can do a loop. Sometimes I just do a loop like that and it holds it there, and then you can wrap your peacock curl over it, and then you can, if you have a rotating vise with the thread holder, you can wrap your floss on that. I'm gonna grab my scissors real quick. I dropped them. Oopsies. Okay. Okay. Oh. Yep. That happens. It's okay. You just want to try your best to keep the floss the same. Sometimes it does this. Yeah, it's totally fine. As long as you can get it back, just like that. See, it is all one strand now. Before I was kind of frayed like this. See, there's two now. It's great for splitting, like double splitting. You could even use this as a thread, not a floss, but that stuff's too soft to cut. Okay, now you're going to wrap your thread just to where you want the peacock curl to end. You're going to take your floss, do that, hold it tight, do that little loopy thing, or not. Actually, I'm not going to do it right now. Bring it up, tie it on, just like that, one loop, not too tight, and little loopy thing, and now you can start wrapping your peacock curl. If you have a rotating vise, it's much easier, but if I don't, they're too expensive for me right now, but they work. Definitely, if you can get your hands on one, I highly suggest it. Watch your, oh no. Oh geez, it's okay. Okay, it's tied off. Make sure your floss doesn't get caught in the bobbin here. It tends to do that. It's okay. And now you can, it's up to you. You can keep, if you have longer, I don't have much peacock curl left. I might just keep it in there so I can just wrap it around again at the end, but yeah, I'm gonna cut them off. Yeah. Sometimes you can break them off, sometimes you can't. Make sure your floss is out of the way. And cut those off. Now you're going to take your floss. I like to wrap it back just a bit farther down. A bit farther back. And then I wrap this. Just bring it forward. Now I can wrap forwards. That just locked in the peacock, and it also gave it a nice start. You're going to overlap every turn and try not to let your threads, your floss split. It's okay if it does. And now I'm going to start coming back because we need to thicken up that body. You could, I don't have an extra bobbin, but if you have an extra bobbin, you could just slap the floss on the bobbin, but it's up to you, honestly, at this point. My bad, I kind of like dropped my camera. Not good. And now my floss is tangled in here. Not anymore. Just let it go like this, like that. And continue wrapping. Nice thick body. Actually, it's not a lot thick, it's really thin, but I'm gonna do it. Oh geez. It's not very well balanced. I need to get some sort of, I keep bumping it. Just lock air in. Oopsies. Oh no. It's all fraying. It's okay. Let's just lock it in to reduce fraying. See, look at that. It's all tangled. That's okay. Why can't I cut this? There. I need to sharpen these things. I don't know how to sharpen scissors. Please let me know in the comments. Please. I need to know how to sharpen scissors. Now I'm just kind of smoothing it out for the more peacock curl you're going to add after. So, I'm going to do not as many as I did last time, but probably 3 this time. Ooh. Try to keep the most colored ones. Again, get rid of the white. See, this one has a decent amount of white. If it'll focus, yeah. So just get rid of that over the trash can. Make sure you do stuff over the trash can or you will get mice like us. And I do not like mice. Do not mind the other stuff it's picking up. That would be my sister and her friends. Okay. You don't need too much as you did last time, but... And just leave enough room to tie on the hackle as well as the wing and have some room for the head. Keep that in mind the entire time you're tying. Okay, now we're going to take our bucktail, just natural bucktail. You're going to find some flat stuff, just like so. Kind of measure the tips, make sure they're nice. That's probably good. And only take as much as you need. And keep in mind, watch the tips more than you watch the bottom, just because that's probably good. It's definitely going to thin out with the smaller hairs when I remove them. But into the bin you go. So you're going to grab the tips very, very tightly. And you're going to pull this short hair out over the garbage. Just kind of let it go through. Just like that. And get rid of it. Now we're going to take our rest. Just like that. Kind of get rid of any long ones that you don't want. Just like that. Oops. Ooh. Nice tight wraps. I love how bucktail does not flare up, kind of like how deer hair does, like this, and it'll go up in the tip. It just keeps it nice, straight. It's very soft and decently strong. And now just kind of adjust it to how you want it. And cut. Boom. Into the garbage you go. They're playing hide and seek, I believe, because I hear them counting. Now make a nice flat spot for your hackle, but don't build up too much because then the hackle will slip off. And that is the saddest thing that can happen. You'll be tying this perfect fly and gone. So you're going to take your brown. I decided to just go for a brown instead of a saddle. I mean, not a saddle, furnace, but I'm not sure if it's actually called the furnace because I have a fly tying book and it says furnace hackle, and it's like, I don't have any hackles with me right now, but actually I think this, you can see how I'm folding it back. If you fold it back, the hairs will naturally go back. See how in this one it's got the furnace and they're folded back. Sometimes on feathers you can fold them back. Just like so. And just pinch them there for a sec. Sometimes they don't go. I don't think this feather's right for it. That's okay. You're going to do one loop, kind of just to get the hackles, make sure that they're going right. Then you're gonna grab your hackle pliers, not grapple your hag pliers. I like to fold them back and then loop over again, but watch where they're going. And see how they go back because the other ones are pushing them down. Just like that. Oh, my bad. I filmed an earlier video and I had a really nice fly going. I think it was an ant. And I bumped the camera and I just didn't feel like uploading that one. But if you're seeing this, that means I uploaded it. Okay, now we're going to loop it over, let this dangle, just like that. And you're going to grab all the fibers that you want, and get rid of, and don't hold the fibers that you don't, and loop. About probably 3 times over the rest of the feather, if it will like to go over, just like that. And release it from the hackle pliers. See, it stays, and snip. There it goes. And just get rid of the fibers that came with them. And just like that. It's kind of a messy hackle job, but you can just fix that. And hold it back. Make sure your thread's not too long because that's always super painful. And kind of do a couple laps just over it so they sit back like that. And just do a couple more. It's a pretty big head, but it's a pretty big fly. So, just like that. Take your material hand, or take your tying hand, actually hold it there. Or do that. And then you can grab these and just let them sit there, kind of hold it there. Do a couple loops if you want. Up to you. And this just kind of, if you can do it quick enough, you can do this, and then you can grab your whip finisher. Hold on, there's stuff on it. 1 second. There is peacock pearl stuck in my whip finisher. Then you just hold it back, let them sit there, grab your whip finisher, and with your whip finisher you can just build up the head as well if you would like to. It's up to you. You can do a couple more loops so you don't have to do 2 whip finishes. Actually, it's up to you if you want to do two whip finishes, but you don't have to. Oh, no, that's a bad sound. I hate that when that happens. I think this thread needs to be waxed again. And tighten it, just like that. And just like so. That is your, I keep forgetting the name, Royal Coachman streamer with bucktail as a wing. And just take your head cement. Again, if you have sisters or moms, you probably have a mom, hopefully. Take their nail polish. Or if you have a wife, take their nail polish. It's great for head cement, and they already have some. Even just black stuff, or whatever color thread you're using, or just clear. I'm just using clear for now. It's like that. And you can't use UV on it, I don't believe, but it just sits there. And I also have some black stuff. I'm not going to put it on right now, but tighten that thing back up. Alright, that is your Royal Coachman streamer fly. Thank you guys so much for watching. Comment down below some tips, and if I made any mistakes, please let me know, and then I can do better for next time. Have a good day, have a good rest of your night, whatever day it is for you guys. See you in the next one.